Hey everybody, Quaver here, and I wanted to talk about the 5 things that's going to help you improve your guitar playing. Number 1, playing with a metronome. Playing in rhythm is one of the things that's universal about every instrument. You have to play in time, you have to play in rhythm, making sure that you're going with the groove of the music, or at least trying to go ahead and make sure that you don't mess up most of the time. That was a big issue for me most of my earlier part of my guitar career. I got better at rhythm, and a lot of things just kind of worked out, themselves. Second thing, chord transitioning. One of the hardest things on guitar is moving from chord to chord effectively, smoothly, and in time. It's still one of the hardest techniques. So practice, practice, practice. Get all your chords down and make sure that you're going from them as smoothly and efficiently as possible. Now, the third thing kind of has a two-parter, making sure that you're doing improv as well as playing with the backing track. A lot of people don't agree with this, but it's something that's helped a lot of my students as far as keeping in time also helps with that because it's playing with a groove, playing with a rhythm, but also a lot of your phrasing and improv skills come from what you know and what you're able to go ahead and play. I don't like being one of those people that says you have to play this certain way because phrasing is basically how you feel. And I'm never going to be that type of person to tell you how to feel. It's up to you. Granted, the more scales, the more techniques and things like that that you know, the better off you might be. That way you're able to go ahead and actually have more at your disposal. Now, the fourth thing is actually a little bit of, a lot of people have an argument about this because they said if you know your scales, know your keys, it's not exactly essential, but to me, it definitely is. Fourth would be mapping out your strings. Mapping them out as far as knowing exactly what notes where is very, very useful. And if you can't remember most of the times or you're having a hard time remembering, buy yourself a little tuner. Those little tuners like a Snark or anything that comes in like a little gig bag that comes with like maybe a combo guitar setup, they're actually really useful because it'll tell you, hey, when you play on this and you turn it on, fret a string on any string and it'll tell you relatively close to what that note is. Remember, it's a tool, not a crutch. Try and go ahead and actually get better and better over time to where you don't really have to use it anymore. Advanced techniques as far as learning how to play with sweeping patterns, shred patterns, or anything to do with difficult type of rhythm. Making sure that you're able to go ahead and complete these difficult techniques will actually just advance you just a little bit more. For instance, sweeping. A lot of people have a hard time with it because it's a mechanic that is a difficult technique compared to something like galloping or something like that. And yes, I will say that palm muting and finger muting, trying to go ahead and make sure that you get the right musical value for every note, is definitely an essential technique. So practice on that too. Trying to make sure that you're able to get down a lot of the musical value is probably the most significant. Anyways, hope that helps. See ya.